one is age distribution. As we discussed earlier also, age distribution here. Age is also another important character of population. Here also it will influence the rate of natality and mortality. It influences the natality and mortality of that particular population. Okay. Now in this, here also we will take that 3 phases of the life cycle: pre-reproductive phase, reproductive phase and post reproductive phase. As I said earlier, the increase in population or increase in the individual is more in the reproductive phase when comparing to the pre-reproductive phase, reproductive phase and post reproductive phase. So the age distribution is seen more in case of the reproductive phase, as there are more number of young individuals surviving in this phase. Have taken new birth just now, the chances of death are more either in the pre-reproductive phase or in the post-reproductive phase, and this is occurring because of the death or aging of that particular individual. So we can say the age distribution can be done on the basis of the n number of young individuals which are surviving in a particular populations. So the more the rate of individuals or the more the rate of natality in a particular population indicates that in that particular population the reproductive phase is more stable and there is more number of young individuals when compared to the childs and the old people. Okay. The next one we are having is called as age pyramids. Now what is age pyramids? Pyramid is nothing but it is the geometrical representation of the proportion of the geometrical representation of the proportion of different age groups which are present in a particular population. So different age groups in the population of an organism. So what is it? It is nothing but the geometrical representation representing the proportions of the different age groups of individuals of particular organism in a population is called as the age pyramid. Now here also we take into consideration the three phases. Those are called as reproductive, in age pyramids also, when we are taking a geometrical representation of a age pyramid, we will take into consideration 3 criteria as we are discussing from earlier, that is pre-reproductive phase, reproductive phase and post-reproductive phase. Okay. Now when we are drawing a pyramid, the pre-reproductive phase will be considered at the base, pre-reproductive phase. Next you will have the reproductive phase, next you will have the post-reproductive phase. Okay. Any pyramid which indicates the age of particular individuals of a population of an organism in a population occupies, the base is occupied by the pre-reproductive phase, center is occupied by reproductive phase and the topmost position is occupied by the post-reproductive phase. So in this the population may be on the basis of the growth of different stages of reproduction, the population can be either expanding type of population, stable type of population or diminishing type of population, right. So on the basis of the n number of growths of individuals, the growth rate or death rate of individuals either in pre-reproductive, reproductive or post-reproductive phase, the pyramids which represents the age here called as age pyramids. So expressing that the population can be either in expanding population can be an expanding form or it can be on the stable form or in the diminishing form. So to show that these are 3 forms of population on the basis of the growth in 3 different phases, here they have age pyramids are of 3 types. These are of 3 types. So first one is called as, there are 3 types. Those are triangular, bell shape or it can be on shaped. Okay, the age pyramids can be studied under 3 pyramids. Those are called as triangular, next bell shaped, next is urn shaped. Okay, here remember the base is occupied always with the pre-reproductive phase. Okay, now here in the triangular shape you will see the more number of pre-reproductive phase and reproductive phase and less number of post-reproductive phase. Okay, the population growth is high at the younger individuals here. Okay, next bell shaped, here you will have equal proportions of reproductive stage, reproductive stage, pre-reproductive stage, reproductive stage, and you will have post-reproductive stage. Now here when we come to the urn shape, you will see the pre-reproductive stage is very less, then you will have a bit of reproductive phase and more of post-reproductive phase. Okay, here the population is young population, here it is stable population, here it is a diminishing population. As the growth of young individuals, here in triangle you see the reproductive and pre-reproductive stage is more or less more when comparing to the post-reproductive phase. So here the population chances are in an expanding form, the growth of the population is high ratio, then it is in the form of triangular form. Next, when it comes to the bell shape, you will see here it is in the case of the reproductive stage is more when compared to the pre-reproductive stage and post-reproductive stage. So here the population is in a stable condition. There are less number of death rates in the pre-reproductive and post-reproductive stage. So then this is called as example for the stable population. Here when you see the pre-reproductive population or pre-reproductive stage is very less in number and reproductive stage is very less in number, but the post-reproductive stage is more, means the death rates are more in the old age. So here the population chances are getting diminished. So here we can say the population is expanding in triangular pyramid, and it is stable at bell pyramid, and it is diminishing in urn pyramid. These are important. These are called as three types of age pyramids. The questions may come from this. What are age pyramids? It is nothing but the geometrical representation of the proportion of individuals present in an organ of an number of individuals of an organism in a given population, and this can be represented in the form of pyramids. There are three age pyramids. Like in ecology you will also come across ecological pyramids. Those are different and these are different. This is with reference to the age, with reference to the population dynamics. Okay, so in a triangular pyramid of age you will see expanding or expansion of the population. At bell shaped pyramid you will see that the population is stable, and in case of urn shape you will see that the population is diminishing, means the death rate is more in the urn shaped population pyramid. Okay, this is about your age pyramids. This is important. And all this pyramid are taking into consideration all the three phases of life cycle, that is pre-reproductive phase, reproductive phase and the post-reproductive phases.